I'm Sharon Keating, RN, and we're in Serenity Medical Health and Beauty Spa in the treatment room, and we're discussing one of my favorite topics, and that is the liquid lift. Go ahead and smile, Kim. When Kim smiles, she has a beautiful rounded cheek, but go ahead and relax now. But when she relaxes her smile, it flattens out, if you can see that. Can you smile again, please? Yeah, see, now it's rounded. What we'd like to do is capitalize on this rounded cheek area and revolumize and restore that so that she has a little bit of roundedness all the time and not just upon smiling. Because as we age, unfortunately, the fat pads change shape and size and position, and so they're moving around and kind of, you know, dragging. Unfortunately, we get that drag or the sag, which none of us like. It's called maintenance or fighting aging. So we just go back in there with a filler, and in this case we're going to use Radiesse and lift that back up and restore some roundness. Now when we do that, it does relieve pressure on the nasolabial line here, and maybe perhaps just a teeny bit on the marionette line, but we will go back in and actually revolumize the marionette line area. We've just completed the left side, and we've put more than an ml in this cheek, and as if you can see, there is a contouring here, and if we turn slowly this way, you can see the difference. This one is a little flatter. If you turn back to center, and if you can sit forward just a little bit, raise your head, see where we've got the nice contour here as opposed to flatter on this side. Now while we're on this side of the face, we're going to go ahead and address the marionette line as well. We've just completed the entire left side of her face. We enhanced the cheek, it lifted the nasolabial, lifted the marionette a little bit, which was a great bonus, but I did go back and put about 0.5 mLs of Radiesse in the marionette area and tacked up the corner of the mouth. One thing I just wanted to point out about Kim is she has some folds under her eyes, and by volumizing the cheek, it really helped this area here. This is a difficult area to treat. We can do some volumization under the eye here in the tear trough with another product, but when we start getting the folds, you know, we're looking more really in the surgery direction. So this is just a tremendous benefit that she's gaining from helping to smooth that out a little bit just by giving a little bit more volume here. So I'm sure you can see the difference on the camera. It's between this side and the lines and this side. So now we're going to treat this side of the cheek, lift the nasolabial folds, round the cheek, hopefully get some correction here under the eye without disturbing or going in and actually injecting under the eye, and we'll see what happens with the marionette lines just from volumizing the cheek. We've just completed the liquid lift on Kim using two 1.5 ml syringes of Radiesse. Now we could continue and go ahead and volumize her before, but I wanted you all to see what we can do with just two syringes of a filler. It's absolutely remarkable results. It's very painless. There is lidocaine in the product, so the only thing that is felt is just the initial needle stick. And again, you hear a little bit of a popping when we go through the skin and through the tissue, and for some people that's a little bit unnerving, but there's really no pain at all. We do use a topical anesthetic, and then there's the lidocaine in the product. Because a lot of times people will be interested in a liquid lift or fillers because they don't think that they're ever going to have surgery, or they're not ready for surgery yet, but they want something. And we can accomplish a lot with these fillers. They're absolutely remarkable products and magic, and my absolute favorite thing to do. So you can see in Kim that she has beautiful soft contours on her cheeks. It actually helped a little bit of this lining underneath her eyes, lifted the marionette lines, and I did go ahead and tack up the corner of the mouth and put a little bit of reinforcement here in the marionette line on both sides, just to make sure that we don't have any issues down the road. And she'll maintain this look pretty well for about a year, and when we go back to do some more revolumizing, that we won't probably need as much filler as we did before. There's no really written literature that I'm aware of, but something magic seems to happen, and it does seem to stimulate tissue, so all of us ladies, we're very happy about that. I think it's worth mentioning that whenever we are going to do a volumizing procedure with fillers, whether we're just addressing the nasolabial line, especially the marionette line, or even in the cheeks, just be aware of your social calendar. It is possible to bruise. A lot of times we tell people just go ahead and plan on bruising. So let's make sure that the calendar is cleared. Now, Kim looks perfect. She could put her makeup on and go back to work, and that's probably what she's going to do. But she could wake up tomorrow with a bruise or two. This is the most likely area to bruise. The entire face is very vascular, but this area on most people is the little bit of a trouble spot. Cheeks, it just depends on the person. She said that last time she just had a couple little, kind of like dotted little bruises, but I have seen some people that have a little bit of more bruising than that. Still able to cover it with cover up, but that's something that you definitely should be aware of when you're considering a filler. So we would love to take care of you. It is our specialty, fillers and injectables of all types and Botox. So you can make your appointment and we can discuss it, and I'll look forward to seeing you then.